It's KSHE 95. That's Better from Guns N' Roses. And the man that co-wrote that song is with me right now, Richard Fortus from St. Louis, rhythm guitarist for Guns N' Roses. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. So we were just talking about the nightmare that I had flying to Florida on Frontier Airlines. And do you get recognized many places that you go around town? You know, because you live in St. Louis.
In town? Yeah, you know what? I think I get recognized a lot more than I realize.
Really?
Yeah, because people here are very cool. They're very, respectful and laid back. They're not.
So you get a couple double takes and then they won't say anything.
Or a lot of times, like, I'll be at a restaurant or something and, we'll be at the end of the meal and somebody will, the server will say, hey, it's, I just wanted you to know it's an honor to serve you, or I'm, a big fan, blah,
right.
blah, blah, or my mother's a big fan.
I bet she is.
Yeah.
So September 9th, Guns N' Roses will play Busch Stadium, and we'll talk about that in just a little while. First of all, you were in the band, for those that don't know, Pale Divine for years. The Mississippi Nights Coffee Table book, are you aware of that?
Yeah. I have. I had 2 copies that somebody had given me, and I just gave one to Danny the other day, like a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Garrett Enlow and his wife did it, and they did a really good job.
They did a really good job. It's more metal focused than like my memories of Mississippi Nights,
yeah,
which were not metal focused. But yeah, he did a great job. It's a great book.
Now, at Mississippi Nights, Pale Divine played there? Did the Eyes play there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would play weekends there. So we would play like a Friday and Saturday. And that's actually how I met the drummer for Guns N' Roses now. Also
really?
The drummer for my band Love Spit Love and Psychedelic Furs and Honky Toast. I met him at Mississippi Nights because his band, The Beautiful, opened for us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then who would have thunk?
Yeah.
All those years later.
And then I saw him walking down the street or closing up a leather shop on St. Mark's in Manhattan. And say, hey, I remember you.
And you stirred it back up and you got it back?
It just so happened at that time, I said, hey, what's going on with The Beautiful? He goes, we just got dropped by our label, and broke up, and he goes, now I'm working at this shoe shop. And I said, hey, we're actually auditioning for drummers. Would you be interested? And he's like, yeah. So that was...
That's how it started?
Yep.
Wow. So your daughter plays music. And,
she does. She's
and
really good.
Yeah. And how old is she?
She is 14.
14?
15.
Yeah, and I saw one song on social media, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, she's great.
And I'm just not saying that.
We recorded 10 songs of her band here at Sawhorse Studios, which we did basic tracking there, and we've done overdubs at my studio, which is great.
In your home?
Yes, and
your home,
and it's lovely. I've just redone it again, and it's awesome. But so we tracked the same place I tracked the Psychedelic Furs album, Sawhorse, and then did overdubs at my house.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you play guitar every day?
Oh yeah.
So there isn't a time where you just like I don't feel.
There
like
are definitely days where I play a lot more than other days. But yeah, I mean, my wife is so incredibly tolerant.
Yes,
of my noodling.
She must be. Hi.
Because I play when I'm, at the end of the day, if we're sitting down to watch a show, or a movie or something, I'll sit and noodle, and I got my little.
On an acoustic guitar?
No, either acoustic or I have a little amp in the living room. And
okay.
An
amp in the living room. All right.
And I swap out the guitars, just low, and I'll sit and noodle while we're watching the movie, and I'm practicing.
Yeah, of course, and you got a lot of practice coming up.
Yeah, well, I got a whole month of practice. This is when I really do the woodshedding, because now all I do is play. So
right now, before we we're going to play some Guns N' Roses here in a second. I want to ask you about Rihanna, because I know you played with Rihanna years ago, correct?
Yeah.
Did you watch her Super Bowl halftime performance?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Man, she was good.
Good.
She was good. I mean, I thought the choices of songs were kind of iffy, but you couldn't see the band at all. And she had a lot of dancers on stage, and
dancers are important.
Yeah, for something like that.
So I did that gig for when she was like back in the Disturbia days. Right?
Really?
And then
That was her first album, wasn't it?
No, because she'd already had like Umbrella, and
right.
But it was, yeah, she blew up huge, and so we toured with Chris Brown actually.
Oh wow!
And so I was
weird.
there during that whole debacle.
Wow, that's weird.
And then when I left to go back to GNR, and Nuno took my place.
And he was saying, and he is still the guitar player for Rihanna, right?
He is?
Yes, I'm pretty sure, because he was the one that said, "Hey, did you see me for 2 seconds on the Super Bowl halftime show?" Yeah, the band really got a lot of publicity, you know, and all that. So he was kind of.
I didn't realize he was still doing it. I thought he was back doing Extreme.
I think he is. So, anyway, Richard Fortus is here. He's a rhythm guitar player for Guns N' Roses. We're going to talk a lot about Guns N' Roses here in just a second. Do you do "You Could Be Mine" ever?
Yeah. That's a
great song.
That's a staple. I mean, that's one that we can't really not play.
Really?
Yeah, like that.
I figured "Welcome to the Jungle" and
Welcome
"Sweet
to Jungle
Child"
Paradise. Yeah,
those are.
But "You Could Be Mine" was a big hit.
It was a big
so
hit.
That November Rain, we got to play those.
Yeah. All right, we're going to play that right now. Here is "You Could Be Mine." It's from GNR. It's KSHE 95.
95.
All right, welcome back. With me is the rhythm guitar player for Guns N' Roses, Richard Fortus, who is from St. Louis. Hello again.
Hello.
So, is there going to be a Pale Divine show this coming December? Because some people want to know.
I don't think so.
You don't
think so? And
think
the
so?
reason I don't think so is because Greg and Dan don't live in St. Louis anymore. So it's difficult for them to get back. And to be honest, this is going to be, I mean, I'm gone until November. So this is going to be a long stretch for me. I don't know that I really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be playing Guns N' Roses.
And it's not that. I mean, I love playing with those guys. You know, actually, last time we did.
And Michael Shearer, of course.
Yeah, Michael is my brother.
He's probably listening right now.
I doubt that. He's sleeping right now. But no, Michael's like my brother. I mean, all those guys. We grew up together. And but I don't think this year we'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So September 9th at Busch Stadium. How do you feel? Now, I kind of know the answer because I texted you when I found out about it. I was like, hey, September 9th at Busch. How do you feel about playing Busch Stadium, Richard Fortus?
I have such a long history with Busch Stadium, obviously, being from here and going to see concerts there and seeing the Stones there and seeing U2 there. And
the old Busch Stadium.
Yeah,
the old Busch Stadium.
I know it was different. But I mean, I used to go to school right down the street. We used to skip and go down to Busch Stadium. Remember, they used to have day games during the week.
Yes, and they still do.
And
they're going to have one tomorrow.
And you get like bleacher seats for $5 back then. And we would just, go up to the very top and, do stuff.
Yeah. Do stuff, man.
Right. The kids do when they skip school, or that used to do when they skip school.
That's right.
Yeah. And so it's really exciting for me.
So, but do you get a lot of pressure from, family and friends for tickets and things like that? Because you hear about that with athletes and everything, wherever they play.
And I'll tell you what, the Live Nation doesn't give us a ton of comp tickets. We have a very limited amount of tickets. So I end up having to buy tickets for and actually Steph and I bought one of those private boxes because my mom is older and her husband.
You want to take care of her.
Yeah, so I think it holds like 30 something tickets, and so we bought those for our friends and family, and she's got so many people that she works with, and
don't want to go.
Her legal.
It's so cool you're married to Richard, man.
Yeah. So, people come up and ask, all the time about tickets, but I pay for them. Yeah.
You pay for them.
Yeah.
All right. So Bart and Sharon Elwood and Bobby Johnson want to know, who is the opener? Is there going to be an opener?
That's a really good question, and it has not been confirmed as of yet.
So it hasn't?
No, not for the U.S. leg.
Okay.
But in England, or in Europe this summer, the Pretenders are opening.
I saw
How
that.
Cool is that?
That's really cool.
And Generation Sex, which is Steve Jones and Paul Cook, Billy Idol.
Really?
And Tony James, yeah.
Wow. So
Very
that'll be
excited.
a couple good openers.
Yeah,
for
I'm
you right
excited about that.
Kenneth Freeman wants to know, are GNR still together? I don't know if he was being funny or if he was serious.
No, that's a cute question. Yeah, as far as I know,
You're in the band.
Friday, we will all be together.
So when Axel wanted you to come play with Guns N' Roses back in the day, were you freaked out about that? Were you like, because you had played with Rihanna and you'd played with some big names, but
I hadn't played with Rihanna yet. I was on tour with Enrique Iglesias.
that's who it was. Yeah.
So, but I'd done, I'd been in the Psychedelic Furs and in Love Spit Love, and I'd done other big tours, and I mean, I wasn't that freaked out. To me, I was a punk rock kid, so I was excited to play with some of my heroes. Tommy Stinson was in the band at that time, and Robin Fink from Nine Inch Nails. So I mean, I was pretty psyched about that, and obviously,
Axel who?
No, I knew they were. I knew they were a massive band, and I knew, I liked the stuff that I heard, but I wasn't like, I wasn't a metal guy,
So can you play with anybody else? If somebody says, "Hey, would you play guitar on my album or whatever?" Do you have to go through the channels of Guns N' Roses and Axel to get permission?
No, I do it all the time. I play on. I mean, when I'm not out on tour, a lot of times I'm doing sessions at my house where people send me tracks and
you'll play them and you'll ship them out.
All
right. So the last time that you were here, you played the Dome at America Center, and I was there. And I remember did you have the Kennedy shirt on?
I did.
Okay. And so then Duff had a Pizza shirt on?
Street Side
Records.
I got everybody T-shirts. Okay, so I got everybody St. Louis T-shirts. Yeah.
Are you going to do that again? I mean, what's going to happen?
I was thinking about it. I don't know.
You should.
I should, right?
Yeah. Because you're going to be at Busch Stadium.
Axel wore a Coral Quartz shirt that I got him.
That's right.
How awesome is that? He loved the story of what Coral Quartz was.
And you have that shirt that he wore in court in St. Louis.
The St. Louis Sucks. Yes. Yeah, the crew sent that to me when I moved here. They put it on top of a box of stuff they were shipping back to me when I moved back to St. Louis.
Unreal. All right. Well, let's play one more song, and then we'll say goodbye, and then you can go.
Goodbye.
Okay? Night Train. Is that one
I know
you
that
play?
song.
You know that one too? I love this song, and
Me too.
It's just the stuff. Here is Night Train. Richard Fortus is here. It's KSHE 95. KSHE 95 St. Louis's classic rock. Guns N' Roses right there, and Night Train. Richard Fortus, the rhythm guitar player for Guns N' Roses, is here with me. He's from St. Louis. Yes, he was in Pale Divine and The Eyes and all that stuff. And you were just telling me that rehearsal starts in just a few days for Guns N' Roses because you're going to go to Europe and then United States later on.
Yeah, we're Middle East and then Europe.
Yeah, and so you're really looking to change things up, aren't you, as far as songs go?
Yeah, we're always. This would be, hopefully we'll shake things up a bit and switch around songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, a lot of times every night is different because we don't have set lists. So
I see.
Yeah.
Wait, you don't have a set list every night?
Mm-mm.
Really? Mm-mm. So how do you know what is coming up next?
Our singer. Axel will... he's got a button he can push that cuts off the mic from the front, and which usually is used to tell jokes, but he'll just say, "What do you guys want to do?" And somebody else will say something, or he'll say, "Let's do this," or
really,
yeah,
wow.
There's blocks of songs that we'll do together, but. Yeah.
Like we're going to do the Paradise City block.
And man, sometimes it's a real surprise,
wow.
Yeah.
So you've got to know just about everything. In the catalog.
Yeah, you got to be, And we're well rehearsed. I mean, we sound check for at least an hour every day. And
wow.
Slash, man, he loves to play.
Yeah, he does. He's a player.
He loves to play. And you just talked over one of his best solos.
At the very
outro,
end?
Yeah.
At the very end? Oh,
you just cut off like 16 bars.
Well, it was like 9 seconds, man.
But it's awesome to I get to play with that guy every night. So it's fun.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So September the 9th, it's a Saturday. Once again, Guns N' Roses will play Busch Stadium, and couldn't be more excited. More happy for you.
Saturday.
A Saturday.
You know what that means? It means my wife can go.
Yeah, that's good. And so, more than likely, do you think you'll be off the next day? I don't know the itinerary.
We are off, and I think I'm staying in town.
Yeah. Oh, are you?
Yeah, which usually we'll leave right after the show and travel to the next city.
Wow.
In the U.S. Because we're on buses.
And Michael Shear, the lead singer for Pale Divine, he just texted you. And
yeah, but he's not listening.
But he's not listening.
Yeah.
But he was not sleeping either.
No, he's not
sleeping.
Technically, he's not sleeping.
All right, so whatever, Michael. All right, well, Richard, man, it was good to have you in
it's
here.
It's always great to see you.
And good luck on the European leg and the Middle Eastern leg and the U.S. leg again. I mean, we can't wait for the band to get here on September the 9th. It's going to be great.
Last time was such a great experience to play in St. Louis because that was the first time I played. I've been with the band over 20 years. That was the first time I've played in St. Louis.
And it was the first time since 1991 on the right. And we don't. But you did play lead guitar on this song. The song that I'm going to play was the song that they were playing when the riot happened in 1991, Rocket Queen.
Ah,
see,
that's right.
I remember
that's right.
that. Yeah, and you played you were playing the solo.
Yeah,
you were.
Not during the riot.
No. You were at Kennedy's. We've already established that.
Yes.
But this is a great song.
Not at the scene of the crowd.
Yes. All right. So we're going to go out with Rocket Queen from Guns and Richard
Thanks
Fortus.
for having me.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Always.
Really appreciate it. Here is Rocket Queen. It's KSHE 95. See you in September.